Here's another one. This is interesting. Being forced, and this is what they say is a racist microaggression. Quote, being forced to choose male or female when completing basic forms. Now that, how is that a microaggression?
Because there are people who don't identify as either. But so what? So what? But that's all there is. The human species, like the species of giraffes, is divided into male and female. They are the first to acknowledge we're just another animal. Are there other genders among giraffes or kangaroos or elephants? No. But among humans, all of a sudden, there's no objective male and female.
Right.
Now, by the way, I acknowledge there are people who identify as the other sex, but it's that doesn't erase the point. There are two sexes. You identify as male or female. If you identify as neither, that is literally your problem. I feel for you. I'm not being sarcastic, but that is your problem, not society's.
Right, and for many of these forms, it's actually an important thing to identify what your biological sex, your biological gender is, because particularly in the medical field, there are different protocols on how you should be treated medically for emergencies based off of whether you are male or female, because different medications, different treatments interact differently, and liberals seem to just ignore that, the safety of these individuals in the pursuit of, I guess, political correctness.
Planned Parenthood tweeted out last week 9 times. Did you see that tweet?
I did.
Men have uteruses.
Right, and it's funny to me that someone who is performing medical procedures has such a lack of knowledge about basic biology. I think that should scare us. One more I want to go through here, Dennis, and this is one. They say there is only one race, the human race, and that one they say is racist.
That's the one that most offends me. That a human being who said, this is the ideal, and by the way, this is how I prove the difference between liberal and leftist. The liberal ideal is exactly that. There's only one race, the human race. The leftist ideal is to divide us by races. And that's why I want everyone to ask their friends, are you liberal or left? And if they ask, what's the difference? Use this example or this one. Do you support all black dormitories on campuses? If you do, you're a leftist. If you don't, you're a liberal.
Right, that's very interesting. It's also funny, there was another section of this microaggression chart that talked about how to interact with your friends of a different race, how not to ask them how to say words in their native language or the native language of their parents, which is ridiculous to me because we're told that we shouldn't see race, we're told that we can't recognize race because it's offensive, but at the same time we're told that race defines us.
That's right. No, there's no consistency. I'm sorry to say the left-wing world, not the liberal world, the left-wing world is sick. I have no better explanation. It is morally and intellectually sick. This is a perfect example.
Right, the perfect example of at least intellectual inconsistency here. This thing is ridiculous.